Thanks again for joining me for Katy's Corner. I'm here with Jeevan. Did I pronounce it correctly?
You're great, Katy. The number
Thank
of
you.
people that actually reach out to me and ask me, how do I say your name? Is it Jeevan? Is it Chaveen? And I just say, keep it simple. Alphabet G, number one, G1.
Jeevan. Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks for agreeing to speak with me. I'm really excited to be talking with you. So, Jeevan, how long have you been with Extreme?
I've joined Extreme last October, so it's about 4 or 5 months now.
Wow,
And let me tell you, one of the things that I'm a huge fan is the Catty's Corner.
you're
Like I
so
told you
funny.
this. It's like, I had no idea, I mean, who's in Extreme, all the leadership team, but I got to learn all of the people, what they do about their
Yeah,
personal lives, what
that's great.
drives them. It was
Yeah.
amazing. So
Oh,
thank you so much
good.
for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm excited to talk with you. Now, tell us what you do at Extreme. You're part of a really exciting group. So tell us what you do.
Absolutely. So as a part of Alan's team, I
Mhm.
actually drive the cloud and wireless portfolio. So I'm basically the portfolio architect for that product line.
Got it. And so you came from one of our competitors. I can say the name. You came from Meraki. And so tell us what it's been like the last few months. I mean, we hear about this on Ed Talks, right? That there's this huge opportunity for us.
Yeah.
And people are so excited about Cloud IQ. So why don't you just tell us, as if you're telling your grandmother, because we got people listening who are not technical. So talk like you're talking to your grandmother. Your grandmother might be
Absolutely.
technical, but mine is. So tell us what you think. Tell us about
Absolutely.
it. Tell us about Cloud IQ.
Absolutely. That's a great challenge. Look, I think one of the things that I really enjoy is the combination of technology and being able to explain that to our customers, to our
Yeah.
partners, and just internally. So I think it's a great question. So I've spent nearly 20 years in the networking industry, learning various parts of sort of if you will engineering and then product management and then even product marketing. So essentially number one reason I joined Extreme was because Extreme Cloud IQ. I mean, I was just so fascinated by some of the innovations, some of the technologies. I just said, this is an incredible opportunity to be part of this, to help drive a piece
Mhm.
of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So are you interfacing with customers quite a bit?
yeah, absolutely. A part of my job is actually understanding, actually, my kids ask me all the time, what do you do? And I'm not sure they completely get it yet, but a
So
job of a product
what
manager.
do customers say? Like when you meet with a customer, what do they say about our products?
I think customers actually generally are quite intelligent, and they when they make the choice, they are quite thoughtful, right? I mean, I'll give you one simple example, sort of similar to my blog that I did a few
Yeah.
months ago
Yeah.
during Christmas time. It's like I sort of said, I titled it a little provocatively. I said, I know exactly what you're going to buy for your kid this
Yeah.
Christmas. I know how you're going to buy it, and I know what you're going to buy. And
Mhm.
and this was meant to elicit a response because if you were to look at any other vendor and trying to look at cloud managed networking, you
Yeah.
are going to get one answer, which is
Right.
basically it's going to be AWS managed network. And then you will say, just like this, right? I mean, I don't know if I want to buy things from AWS, right? I mean, whether I want to buy things from Amazon, right? I mean, maybe I do like Star Wars and I'm going to buy the Grogu character for my kid, but you know what? I want a choice as a parent.
Right.
Similarly, our customers, they come in and say, tell me what choices do I have? So with Extreme, it is incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, you can actually buy a universal hardware product, which
Right.
means you can actually operate the product on premise
Yeah.
or in the cloud.
Yeah.
Super easy. I mean, this sounds super fundamental, but only Extreme does it. None of our networking vendors do this. They
Right.
make you buy two separate product lines. The
Wow.
second part, once you move to the cloud, we give you public cloud choices:
Yeah.
AWS, GCP, Azure. Now
Yeah.
think about this. If you're a retail customer, would you want to store data in your number one competitor's database?
Right.
Do you
Right.
want to actually pay money a regular subscription that
Yeah.
goes towards your number one competitor. It makes no sense.
Do
Similarly,
any of our competitors offer any of
none
the
of these do
all
that.
three ones? Okay.
And none of these do that, which is why I keep saying, we are at least a couple years ahead of the competition. What's amazing is, like, if you are a sort of a customer that has a lot of people that have data geeks like
Mhm.
us, right? I mean, which basically sort of say, I can use my data, my customer data, and I can actually sort of start plotting how many students come in at what time. Can I optimize certain things for them? You
Yeah,
can start learning things, a lot of things. Convert your data into business intelligence is
right.
so powerful. So then
Yeah,
these customers might say, I want to go with Google GCP, or
yeah,
I want to go with Azure because I have a relationship with Microsoft. I want to get everything from there.
yeah,
So this is where we give you flexibility. But what's incredible beyond this is actually, we are actually going into hybrid cloud. So I know that the
yeah.
rest of the
Tell me about
competitors will
that. Yeah, tell
so
me
I know
about that.
the rest of the competitors will catch up 1 year, 2 years later, right?
Wow.
Slowly, they'll keep copying us.
Yeah,
But hybrid cloud is where we actually say, now, look, we've given you public cloud options where you want to store
mhm,
your data. But if you're, let's say, for example, you're a bank, you want to actually store data in your private data center. We give you
yeah,
that as an option.
yeah.
Now we are starting a new concept called as, Extreme Cloud Edge. What this
Hmm.
is essentially all of your data remains on your premises.
Yeah,
Just incredible. Like, think
yeah.
about a
That must help from
government,
a security perspective, right?
right? I mean, fundamentally, if you have physical control of your, premises, if you have control over the environment where you store your data, this is adds another layer of data security, control,
Yeah,
governance. So think
yeah,
about anybody that cares about data. It could be government, it could be financial institutes, it could be retail customers that have confidential information, in
yeah,
their networks. It could be countries like Europe, like specifically Germany and such things that actually care about these. We have so many cool innovations. Just I'm
yeah,
super inspired every day.
yeah. That's amazing. So, tell me a little bit about your background, your virtual background.
Absolutely. So this is the other part of this. Given that Extreme is the only vendor that offers unlimited data, we
Mhm.
have an amazing opportunity to actually improve the experience of end users. So what we are starting to do is we are starting to very, very thoughtfully use this data in order to point out to customers, what are the issues that may impact your networks. So
Right.
imagine getting a hyper personalized input. So when
Yeah,
Katy logs on to her account in her home, right? I mean, imagine if you're managing a large retail store, a large
yeah,
school, you would be getting a unique example. So there are a few customers that I've talked to already that are super impressed by this. And
yeah,
what we are doing is, like, we are finding out customers that say, I have the ability to actually understand, like, my vendor is calling me saying, you have this issue happening in this part of your network, and this is what you should do to fix it. So
yeah,
these customers were basically blown away that anybody is even able to get this level of details, this
yeah,
level of magic with your
yeah.
data.
I love it. I love the magic. So, Jeevan, you touched a little bit. I like to talk a little bit about the personal side, but you mentioned you've been in the net industry for 20 years and you came from one of our competitors,
Right.
and you mentioned your kids. So tell us about that. You have how old are your kids?
My kids are actually 10 and 14. I have one of each. My daughter is 14 and my son is 10. And
Yeah.
they're both incredible. I've been married for over 20 years now.
Wow.
It's pretty
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
met my wife in school, and
Where did
it's
you go to
been.
school?
I was in. I did my master. Well, I did a lot of schooling. I did my bachelor's back in Mumbai, India, which is where
Yeah.
I spent half my life, and met my wife in Michigan, Detroit. So this is
Wow.
where sort of we met in school, and she's an incredible expert in pharmacy, and so on. But
Yeah.
like most other um, unfortunately, like most other people, she prioritized taking care of the kids
Yeah,
and me,
which is
over.
which is a much bigger job than you have.
It is way more important. She basically manages the house and
Yeah,
us, and keeping sane through,
yeah,
the
that's
pandemic.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, look, I did read your blog. I think that we need everyone to be our customers to be reading your blog. Keep doing what you're doing. I love that you joined us and that you're so forward looking and optimistic about Cloud IQ. And I'm guessing that the next step is getting our install base to adopt it and to go beyond networking devices, right? I know there's a ton of work going on. And
Absolutely.
so, if you were going to give one piece of advice to our employees, what would it be?
Get your cloud certification. I would say
Okay.
Extreme is incredible. I mean, look at this. I mean, if your boss actually pays for, you to get training, you
Yeah.
get free training, and plus, your boss actually encourages you to or pushes you to actually improve yourself,
Yeah.
how could it be any better? So it was incredible. After I joined, like literally in 1 month flat, I had my cloud certification,
Oh,
and
that's awesome. Now, if you were going to give a piece of advice to our customers, what would it be?
I think this is an incredibly difficult time, to be honest, with the whole pandemic. So I think
Yeah.
everybody's situation is different, but I
Yeah.
think it's a great opportunity for you to reinvent yourself, and that's
Right.
what I've tried to do as well. I mean, I've
Yeah.
spent a lot of time learning different parts of networking, different parts of technology, and three different types of roles as well.
Yeah.
But I thought pandemic is an incredible opportunity to double down in cloud, and what I believe the future is going to be all about hybrid cloud, multi-cloud,
Yeah.
all
That's great.
about data-driven, decision making. So which is
Mhm.
what I'm sort of, emphasizing for myself. And I would definitely say for any customers, invest in yourself. The other part maybe to think about also is, programmability and scripting. One of the
Mhm.
things that's really hard is scripting with Pythons, really starting to learn a new language. And when
Yeah.
I mean a language, engineering language,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think
For
it would be
sure.
a great opportunity to do that.
Great. Well, Jeevan, you're an incredible wealth of knowledge. I think I could talk to you for hours about what we're doing because you make it sound so simple and effortless. And even I understand. Even a lawyer understands what we're doing.
It's
So thank you.
exciting.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Thank you so much. And thanks for everything that you're doing for Extreme. And I really appreciate you speaking with me today.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.